Today is International Day of Happiness. Coming up in our Medical Minute, CW6's Brooke Landau takes an expert and tells you about what you can do to help your ultimate happiness.
All right, here's a question for you. Are you truly happy, or are you just getting by? The pursuit of happiness is a fundamental human need.
CW6's Brooke Landau introduces us to an expert who can help you find your ultimate happiness in tonight's Medical Minute.
Well, I didn't know this, but there's an International Day of Happiness, and today is that day. Dr. Samantha Madhosingh can show us how to find deep fulfillment and happiness in every single area of our lives. She believes that happiness has nothing to do with luck and everything to do with how you view the world, plus your desire and willingness to live boldly out loud. And we do have the pleasure of having her back with us tonight. Good evening.
Good evening.
So talk to me a little bit about what you mean by boldly living out loud.
So, you know, a lot of times we have these ideas and these dreams and things that we want to do in our lives, and we come up with all these reasons why we don't want to do it, or we don't actually allow ourselves to do it. We set up all these obstacles and we put things in our way. We sabotage ourselves. And so it's really about clearing the way and boldly living up to what your full potential really is.
And sometimes we really have to face some hard things from the past to really become happier in the future. You call them breakthroughs.
So it's, you know, everybody's had life experiences. We've all had different things that have happened to us in our lives that, you know, kind of challenge us. And again, it's really about not staying stuck there, about letting go of the things that have happened in the past and really focusing on who you are today and what you want for your future, and being really positive and grateful about the things that you currently have in your life right now.
You're the author of a book called Strike It Happy,
Yes.
and you've also created a journal now for exactly that, for gratitude, for writing down things that you're grateful
Yes.
for. And I remember doing that when I was bedridden and sick for many years, keeping my own gratitude journal. You've now made it much easier for people to be able to do that on their own. Tell us a little bit about that.
So after I wrote the book, I thought, you know, people often need to write things down. And I felt like, you know, having this book to be able to write down your thoughts and your feelings. And I always tell people, don't focus on all the negative chatter, that mental chatter that goes on, but really focus on sort of having a stream of consciousness about what it is that you really want to do, and being grateful for what you have right now, and being optimistic about the future.
Your book, Strike It Happy, is not something you read cover to cover. It's just a spiritual guide, you were saying, where you just sort of open up a page and you may read an inspirational quote or a passage. So I'm going to read one right here. People who are the happiest don't necessarily have everything, but they are thankful for everything they do have.
Yes.
You wrote that. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, again, it's about really focusing on what is happening and what you have in your life right now. Again, we often focus on what we don't have, and it's that lack mentality, what I don't have, that creates so much discomfort and disappointment and anxiety. And when we get stuck there, it's very, very hard to move yourself forward, because there's so much negative energy bound up in that, and we really want to have that really vibrancy and vitality. And the way to have that is to really focus on what it is that you really want and staying focused and grateful for what you have.
Okay, unfortunately, we're flat out of time. I'd be more than happy to have you back again. This was such a great topic, and folks can find you. We just had your information on the screen. You're in Carmel Valley,
Yes.
and they can come see you personally as
Absolutely.
well. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll
Nice
do this
to see you.
again.